All right, first off, here are 10 movies and an honorable mention, sequels that are better than the original movie. All right, my honorable mention is Star Wars Revenge of the Sith because it is a sequel, but it is a sequel to the original trilogy, so I can't put it, in there officially. The rest of these 10 aren't in any particular order, but these are just movies that top the original, in my opinion. Sister Act 2. The original Sister Act was just like I saw some of it on TV recently. It's still a good movie, but it's not as funny as the second one. And also, the second one, like, I cared about the story more. With the first one, I'm kind of like, all right, why does she need to stay with these nuns? She could go and do her thing. These nuns are grown ass women; they'll be okay. Whereas with the second one, it was like kids, so it was like you cared about the story more. I did. So that's one. Adam's Family Values. That's another sequel. Is better than the original. Adam's Family. I remember it being really dry. I might have seen Adam's Family Values before the first Adam's Family because I feel like I watched Adam's Family Values, then I watched Adam's Family, and I was like, this is not funny. The Adam's Family Values is fire. I watched that a few weeks ago. Front to back, there's one minor, there's one moment of cultural appropriation. I'm like, I don't know why they have to do that. Rest of the movie though was really really good. 4 out of 5 star movie for me for sure. I just love the humor and they just went full forward with the McCabe. I forgot. I really don't want to sound stupid trying to pronounce that shit. Macabre. That type of humor. I don't know how to say it, but if you know, if you know, you know. Okay. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Rodrick Rules. That's another sequel. Um, I, I don't have an official explanation for this. It's just that just has such a high rewatchability factor for me. The first one, well, no, because the first one I rewatched the first one with my brother not too long ago. The first one, Greg was being a fucking dick, bro. Like the first one, I wanted to bitch slap that little nigga. Like I was like, bro, if you don't shut the fuck up, like then he wants to go be a snitch ass like traffic guard and shit or whatever he wants to be. Yeah. Yeah, he was getting on my nerves in that first one. I mean, he was being a little brat in the second one, but man, Rodrick was cracking me up. Rodrick was funny, but yeah, Rodrick rules. If y'all know what I'm talking about, hop in the comments. Rodrick rules. I think is a lot better than the first one. The third one, I was a little hard on the third one. Dog Days when I first saw it. I rewatched it and I was like, this still holds up. The Long Haul with the new actors, it wasn't terrible, but I like that they're doing an anime series. I think that's a better idea for Diary of a Wimpy Kid, since like it's yeah, duh. Like you can only have the same real life actors for so long. But yeah, this is really just kind of petty. Not petty, but Neighbors to Sorority Horizon. I actually laughed more at the first Neighbors than I did Neighbors Sorority Horizon, but I'm gonna pick Neighbors to Sorority Horizon as the better movie because they didn't have the N word in it twice. Because rewatching the first Neighbors, I'm just like, why the fuck did they have the white dude say nigga 2 times? Like, it was so unnecessary. Neighbors 2 didn't have that though, so shout out to Neighbors 2. Okay, another sequel, Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man Homecoming to me was, I'm gonna be real, a little boring at parts. It's a good movie, but there's a good maybe like 15 to 20 minutes where I'm just kind of like, all right, get on with it, bro. Far From Home, I was on the edge of my seat pretty much the whole movie. I thought they improved even more on the humor from the first one. I really thought they found their groove. So glad they're doing another Spider-Man movie. Cannot wait to see that shit. So Spider-Man Far From Home. All right, another sequel, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Let me tell y'all something. James Cameron, when he's not making Titanic or Avatar, makes great films. Man, I hope I didn't piss off. I don't care. Cause Terminator 2, man, like, what's his face? Joe Morton. Whenever that shit's on TV, I usually turn right before Joe Morton, the scene where he dies. The fact that y'all have a sacrificial Negro in there, and y'all still, and I still call this one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, holy shit, man, this movie was great start to finish. Great start to finish. Uh, I don't like the scene Joe Morton dies. I still hate that scene. But the rest of the movie is really good. Yeah. Another sequel, Cheech and Chong's next movie. Up in Smoke is still good. It took me, I think, 2 times to watch Up in Smoke to really appreciate Up in Smoke because I thought it was more, it was definitely. I mean, like, you're used to watching like movies from I don't know if like an older person is gonna have a different perspective than me, but like when you used to watching movies from like the 2000s, you grew up watching shit like that. You used to like the fast pacing for the most part. You know, nowadays movies, some of them pacing issues. Woo, child. Every movie don't need to be 2 hours. But anyway, I feel like sometimes you gotta adapt to like a movie style or being older. I don't know. Some stuff is just fire regardless of how old it is. It's still pretty entertaining. Cheech and Chong's next movie I think is the better one. I just remember that being like a nonstop like laugh riot. I haven't watched it recently in I'd say about a year now. Same with Up in Smoke. I've seen Up in Smoke more recently. Let's say next movie. There was like one scene that didn't age well, kind of like a love scene. But other than that, I usually have a really really good time with that movie. That's a laugh, right? Like the scene where he's smoking the roaches and it's like an actual roach and he's like puffing down on that shit. And then when he's playing the guitar, jamming out, and what's his face, and then Cheech comes in there, hey man, and he's just in there jamming out. This shit was so funny. So Cheech and Chong's next movie, that's another sequel. I think it's better than the original. All right, another sequel, X-Men 2. The first X-Men was pretty good, but X-Men 2 just, took it to the next level. One of the great, I think it's one of the greatest. I need to rewatch it front to back, to be honest. I've seen it in parts recently, but not the whole thing. So I don't know if I could say it's one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. But from that era, when it came out, like when I think I was around, yeah, the original Spider-Man trilogy, Superman Returns. For that era of superhero movies, definitely top three. Definitely top three. X-Men 2. I definitely need to rewatch that at some point. All right. Evil Dead 2. Now, I'm not talking about the remakes. I'm talking about the original Evil Dead from the 80s. Evil Dead 2, man, that's some shit to watch when you are not sober. Like, have a few drinks and watch that movie. Next time it's Halloween season. That movie is insane. Like, the first one was like not really scary, kind of creepy, kind of disturbing in parts. The second one said like we don't really give a fuck about trying to scare you. I mean, like we do, but also we're gonna be really weird and also kind of funny. Because the second one, oh man, this is so great. Like I don't know how many people have seen this movie, so I don't want to spoil this moment. So I'm gonna throw the peace sign when I'm done revealing this moment because this is one of my favorite moments of the movie. I'm gonna throw the peace sign up now to tell you I'm gonna talk about this moment of the movie real quick from Evil Dead 2. So peace sign, I'm gonna talk about it. The scene where all of the animals in the room come to life and start like laughing. Like first time watching, I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? I still love that scene. Like I dare a horror filmmaker to have the balls, to have the courage, to have the guts, the moxie. I don't know why the fuck I just said that. To do a scene like that today, to do something that creative, something that crazy, in a mainstream movie. Well, that wasn't. I don't know how mainstream Evil Dead 2 was, but Evil Dead 2. All right, peace. I'm done talking about it. Evil Dead 2, such a good time, man. If you're a horror movie buff, especially if you like the campy shit, check it out for sure. Good watch. All right, last but not least, and I'm sure some of you might have guessed that this will be on the list, or some of y'all might have been watching this. If you watch this far, thank you. Subscribe to my channel for real. Could use the support. I would appreciate it. Dark Knight is the last movie I'm going to talk about. I mean, if I really need to talk about it that much. One of the greatest superhero movies of all time, definitely. Christopher Nolan did his thing back when his movies was making damn sense. I don't know why I just had to shit on Tenet, but this man really wanted us to go and risk getting coronavirus. My sister was saying this. She's like this man really wanted us to go and risk getting the Rona to see that confusing ass movie. That's all I want to say. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, those are sequels I think are better than the original. Sister Act 2, Adam Stanley Values, Rodrick Rules, Die Everyone Be Kid, Spider-Man Far From Home, Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising, Cheech and Chong's next movie, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, X-Men 2, Evil Dead 2, Dark Knight, and Revenge of the Sith from Star Wars is my honorable mention because it's a sequel from the prequel trilogy, but not like a sequel. Not like a direct to. I'm mainly talking about like the second movie. You know what I mean? I mainly just wanted to throw Revenge of the Sith in there, because like I know people shit on the prequel trilogy a lot. I'm nostalgic for it, so I'm always gonna be a little biased towards that. Even though I think they were more creative than what the Disney Star Wars trilogy did. I still need to watch The Mandalorian. Apparently, they're really doing their thing on there. Um, Revenge of the Sith. Now I mention it. Whenever that's on TV, I skip the part where Mace Windu dies. I fucking hate that scene too. Um, so maybe I'm gonna take Revenge of the Sith off there right quick, and Terminator too. But anyway, those are sequels that are better than the original. Thank you for watching. Previously on Pop Culture coming up soon. I got a lot of shit I want to talk about. Naomi Osaka and mental health. A lot I want to talk about. And also, Hollywood got to step up their fucking game because the last few movies I paid full price to see was a little underwhelmed by. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, stay blessed, y'all.